Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this year's Pro Bono Institute annual dinner. This evening's event marks a milestone for PBI, which celebrates its 15th anniversary this year. And so, with your indulgence, I would like to remind you how dramatically the pro bono scene has changed in the past decade and a half. 15 years ago, pro bono was the province of a few dedicated firms scattered around the country. Although pro bono service had always been part of our aspirational goals as lawyers, in reality, the pro bono efforts of most law firms were fairly anemic. And the situation was even worse in corporate law departments, where organized pro bono efforts were essentially non-existent. Although many bar associations tried to encourage pro bono activities, the prevailing wisdom was that not much could be done to encourage lawyers to engage in more pro bono work. Indeed, there was an unspoken and tacit belief on the part of our colleagues in public interest organizations that establishment lawyers had neither the passion, the expertise, nor the willingness to care about pro bono. Today, thanks in part to the extraordinary work of PBI, that picture looks very, very different. This year, the 142 law firms that are signatories to the Law Firm Pro Bono Challenge, an idea, by the way, that was viewed as impractical by many, logged almost 4.5 million hours of pro bono time. Their efforts were complemented by the 107 corporate law departments that are signatories to the Corporate Pro Bono Challenge. Indeed, today PBI has identified nearly 300 active partnerships between law firms and corporate law departments to deliver needed pro bono assistance. 15 years ago, such results were simply unthinkable. And pro bono service, which was once regarded as a uniquely American, non-translatable idea, has now gone global. Though in its early stages in many parts of the world, today there is a growing appetite and certainly a profound need for pro bono commitment by lawyers. With the help of PBI and other organizations, lawyers around the world, from Australia to Africa, from Europe to South America and Asia, are increasingly responding to the call for pro bono service. In no small measure, this explosion of pro bono activities can be attributed to the extraordinary work of the Pro Bono Institute, as well as the firms and law departments gathered in this room. A strong and widespread commitment to pro bono service, something that was widely viewed as impossible, impractical, and yes, even unwise 15 years ago, is now a defining standard and norm of the legal profession in the United States and hopefully soon around the world. All of this is nurtured and carried on at PBI by a surprisingly small staff of 13 professionals guided by a dedicated 7-member board. PBI is clearly an organization that punches above its weight, extending its research, counsel, publications, training, and knowledge far beyond its small group of committed professionals. I would like at this point to invite all of the PBI staff and board to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. The new reality of pro bono has been defined by hundreds of thousands of lawyers in firms and law departments across America for the past 15 years. And while we cannot individually recognize all of them tonight, we can acknowledge those individuals, law firms, and law departments that we have recognized in the past for their extraordinary work and commitment. We will be recognizing these outstanding colleagues and organizations at the dessert reception immediately following the dinner, but for now, I would like to ask all of the current and past PBI awardees to please stand at your table as we all raise our glasses to your remarkable dedication to providing access to justice to those most in need. Would you all please stand? Here's to all of you, past and present champions of pro bono. Hear, hear. Thank you all.